Greetings, this is Joanna from Universal Unity and Universal Light Wisdom and Healing Centers. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome back. This is Joanna from Universal Unity and the Universal Love and Light Wisdoms that we offer every week. So thank you for joining us and tuning in as you always do, whether you're listening in future now moments, but we have the beautiful etheric energies and the universal energies that are with us. And our topics today in these beautiful moon alignments and Jupiter and Pluto alignments as the finger of God alignment today. Jupiter and Pluto are aligning and pointing directly at the moon and aligning with the moon, allowing us to see the significance of these divine offerings and these divine orchestrations. I mean, there's truly a story within it, and each and every one of us will have our own unique story. At the beginning of our first hour, we offered our own interpretation of what the moon has always represented for me as a beautiful rebirth, because to go within when one awakens and to allow yourself to heal through the Akashic releases, to allow yourself to hear the divine universal child voice, to allow yourself to go to those aspects of where healing is required, that's when you're reborn fully. And it's not about going into it with fear or the illusions or trepidation. I mean, sometimes it can be because, you have to feel things you've never felt before. But in doing so, you allow yourself to see that there's always you. It's always you and God in all ways. You're going through that movement of that ebb and that flow to remember and awaken those catalyzed moments of initiation into new light field potentiation, in which we set the playing field for the crystalline children, in which we set the playing field for new ways in which our families behave, new ways in which our families move about, new ways in which our families co-create. And my excitement and my expression, my soul expression to come here is to inspire and empower and encourage those who so desire to truly allow the inner voice to come forward and that beautiful heartfelt souled song to come forward and begin sacredly playing in the ways that divine voice is offering you, your divine sacred mind is offering you. Let go of the obligations, let go of the planning, let go of the running here and the running there, and allow yourself to be still within the moment and still within the family. Create that peace and that sanctity, if you will, that has been so much in distraction and disengagement of love, the disengagement of source within. And this is what this entire collective, galactic, universal orchestration is about. It's the reunification of the God essence and understanding in an expansive way. That's what the universe is going through, and it's filtering and rippling right through to every aspect of life. It just is. Every aspect of life is moving through this transition. And this is why more and more of us are feeling the omnipresence of all that we are. When we are communicating through thought form, through telepathy, through our intentions, through our will, through our playful loving acts, through our playful loving excitement and wonder and joy, it reverberates in the omnipresence in the consciousness field of the all and comes back to you very quickly. And so celebrate and honor all that you are as a divine heavenly human. Dance. Synchronize with the love of all that you are and that God within, that God particle of all that you are within. And the omnipresence will live through you. You'll notice the flowers speaking to you, because that's the Gaia speak that we talked about. The omnipresence, the God within that Gaia speak is speaking with you. Because you're God within, those cells within you, and this is how I see it. The cells within, those God particles, those golden God particles, they're called different things, Adam, Eve, Antine particles. A beautiful dear friend, Maya Nara Tumid, did an article, and she's called it the Lotus Loci. These crystalline God aspects, they're within the cells, and they activate, and they begin communing and entangling and talking, just as we're taking it one aspect out, the human family. As the God awakens within each and every one of us, we begin talking and communing and creating sacred play, as to the planets and so on and so forth, out to the omnipresence. Do you see what we're saying here, dear lighted ones? Within each and every nucleus, there is God particles. There is God participation and engagement. It is up to each and every one of us, as divine masters of Christ the light, to come forward with our beautiful, heartfelt, moment-for-moment joy in this now moment creation, and say, in this now moment, I desire to open my heart to the divine and the all, for I understand and I can see and I can perceive and I can feel into the beautiful golden God particles within my cells. The blood is beginning to oscillate in a different way, and I can see it, and I can feel it, and I can sense it. I can just sense something's happening within me. For there's a vibration, omnipresence here, dear lighted ones, and the sacred families from the etheric chambers are coming into queue. Thank you, dear lighted ones. And the celestial families gathering with you now, as if we're in a beautiful sacred, a sacred tribal gathering. Does it feel that way, dears? And your hearts are opening, and you're wanting to feel and to sense into what I'm saying and what Joanna's saying. And you're feeling the God particles in this alignment, if you will. And you feeling your feet grounded upon the sands and the soils, and you can actually feel the sand within the skin and the toes. You can feel the essence just through your soft intention to feel sand in between your toes. Do you see what we're saying here, dear ones? The divine sacred mind calls its cue through that sacred excitement to entangle with God. For the higher mind is always threaded, in all lifetimes, all moments, knows all blueprints, knows all counsels that you're threaded with, and it will guide you in every way. And it just takes your will and intent to softly call it through and say, I'd love to create alignment with my beautiful etheric family in this moment, in this now moment. And as we gather all over the globe and all over the beautiful galaxy and the universe, and with the highest benevolency and the light frequencies within our hearts, all pounding within unity and harmony and love and joy and excitement and happiness and joy, and the children coming out from all corners of our cosmic understanding. For their laughter and joy is a part of our laughter and joy. And they understand that when we commune in this way and we allow our minds to let go of our day-to-day worry, and we just like to play and create and co-create with our imaginations and with our creative abilities, we sense and we feel ourselves as Christ did. We feel ourselves and we sense ourselves in all ways as children of God. And they resonate with this, dear ones. And they've come back to remind us in this way. For the very children in your homes and in your households remind you in all ways, don't they? Play, dear ones, play. Can we gather on the floor and just talk and hold hands? Can we feel the sand within our toes again? Mother, Father, can we walk upon the beach? Auntie and uncle, brother and sister, neighbor and friend. Can our hearts in this now moment with our celestial families from the far reaches of our cosmic understanding, the universal presence of consciousness in all forms, in words that I don't have words for, allowing the vibrations of the omnipresence of God to be felt within your hearts. Allowing you to remember the child that you are. As you place one hand up to creation and one hand on your divine sacred heart. In the mudra and the acceptance of all that you are as a God child. You are accepting yourself and feeling the skin upon your own skin. And the quantum particles within your skin. And the quantum particles within your soft and loving intent. To activate the God cells within you. To activate the blood to move in new ways. To know that your cells and your blood and your bones and your organs are listening to this higher invocation, to this initiation in which you step forward completely into the unknown with unwavering faith. For you're held so dearly in the hands of God. And all illusions that were self-manifested in every earthly lifetime will be illuminated as you soar into new songs and stories of human potential. For wings that were broken will always be repaired through love. And you will soar once again, dear child of God, you will. For you are. In this moment now soaring, can you see yourself as the golden particle that you are, this beautiful egg of infinite fields of light and vibration and electromagnetic frequencies. And Mother, Father, God just softly lift you up into the cosmic wind in this omni-bedding of of light and information and wisdom, of shapes and colors, and reverberating threads of consciousness, placing you upon the exact vibration through which your heartfelt intent and pure joy of excitement to commune and entangle with others and this is the trust and the faith that you have to walk forward in your own skin and bones and to share your light and to shine your light and be your light. For within the winds of creation, all things, all dimensional experiences, designed and created just for you. And all you have to do is just step forward and play. And open your hearts and request the initiation, the love and the forgiveness to wash over and through you and around you now. So that all frequencies of fear or limitation or separation in any way that it may have manifested, whether it be through words or thoughts or imprints, that each and every one of us are here to transcend. That through your soft and loving and pure intent, to know yourself as God, the heavens and the teams and the councils converge upon you now. And wash the diamond white light in Christed remembrance, so that all your cells in your chakras and the divine tube of light remind you of your aliveness. Remind you of your Christed child heart that just aches to come forward and play in new ways. Whether you're a parent, whether you're a child, whether you're a grandparent or an aunt and uncle, to inspire new ways to engage, to empower new ways to engage in the most loving and harmonious ways, for this is how we create the light fields through which we step and dance upon, dear light ones. And may these beautiful alignment energies of Jupiter and Pluto and the Divine Mother, Father God, and our beautiful galaxy and our celestial teams and families that allow us so very often to feel loved and supported and guided. And as the light ships encircle our globe, assisting us and preparing us for first contact and first landings in our own unique and divine ways, our hearts reach out to the farthest aspects of our cosmos, as our one human heart knows we are one. And may our hearts and our minds be open in acceptance and love to all beings, to all that we see within our daily life, so that we may heal it with our unconditional love and compassion. And that we may see and feel and sense and hear our oneness, singing within it. And that's why we're here, to sing like the children, dear ones, that we are. For remember your hearts, dear children. May you live through your heart. May all breath be ignited in the most colorful rainbow spectrums of light that can be, and live through you as you magnetize all joy and abundance and harmony and wellness. And as you wish it for yourself, wish it for the all, for you are. And as you entangle in this light and in this love, send it with heartfelt wishes of joy and compassion to all others. The children collective, the flora, the fauna, the waters, the air, the trees and the rocks and the sands, to your neighbors, to your families, and see the Christed light sprinkling throughout our planet, creating a harmonic song that's never been heard before. For this is our remembrance. Dear lighted ones, you have come through space and time for these profound moments of exaltation. May you remember yourself within it, for you are it. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you, dear lighted ones. Anybody that wants to send in their divine sacred sharing, it would be a perfect moment as I clear away my beautiful God tears. I often see in moments like this beautiful visions of remembrances and help and guidance and love and wisdom from the many beings that are with us. And as I am speaking, I'm so caught up in the emotion of love, and I'm so dancing within the belly of Mother, Father, God, in the heart of Mother, Father, God. And I just see the words, and those are the words from many of the beautiful divine consciousness that are always with us and within us. And it's like a story that's visually in my inner eye playing out, and so I catch my breath, and I catch my energy to be able to say the words that I see and to speak the words in the way that is being offered from beyond the veil. So just know that there are moments in which the energies and the composure just do not allow me to say and finish the sentences. So I know most of you understand. So thank you. Thank you, dear lighted ones. And thank you to our beautiful etheric families and our celestial families that are with us in every moment, that remind us to truly, and they're speaking to me, not take myself so seriously and just have fun and just play. Last week they gave me a simple sentence: be love and be still. Just be love and be still. Be happy being you. Just be. And it's really the essence of what I feel the energy of 2018. There'll be many transformations as we truly allow ourselves to be okay with just being, because our human experience really has been so ingrained and entrained in. It's an entrainment that we're transcending, and that's what entrainment is when you entrain new behaviors, when you entrain new frequencies, when you entrain new light. And that's what light language does. It offers new light potentiation. It offers new light offerings. And the cells get it first. Your consciousness gets it first. Then it becomes thought, inspiration and thought. And then we work through the habits and the patterns that we've co-created as a human species. But through the entrainment of limitation and fear, we've been such hard workers. We've been we've worked so very hard for so very long. And we've been held within those ideas and those captives of understanding that that's what we had to do. But we truly don't have to. We truly, truly don't. We can allow ourselves, and so many people are, and they have been for a few years now, is many people are networking with one another, and they're creating so many home businesses and so many, we call it businesses, but that's not what it is. It's truly your Christed passion. Creating those Christed passions to begin and just step forward and play. And in divine multidimensional parenting, and the many, many lessons that I'm moving through is to change how we behave as a family so that we can prepare a beautiful light ground for the children. And I can prepare the energy within the home for the children. And I can allow their unique Christed gifts to be explored and experimented with in the way that they've come to experiment and play with and explore and express. It's so very important for them to express. They don't necessarily have the opportunities in the structures of the old world energies. And so this really is a dynamic point of reference right now, and we're bringing us back to our alignments. And so the etheric chambers is allowing me to see the tabulations, if you will, the pictures of the puzzle, if you will, that these these alignments are allowing us to understand that they're pointing us into a direction in which our consciousness is ushering. And we're talking about the omnipresence. And the human heart has put out a clarion call many, many years ago for awakening and ascension, for awakening and reunification with consciousness of Source, consciousness of Mother, Father, God within, to allow the human perspective and the human story to understand and be okay with and comfortable with God within. And it doesn't have to be written in the way of limitation and restrictiveness in many of the religions and many of the dogmas that we've allowed ourselves to partake in and experience. We've done that, we've been there, but we can allow it to be something different now, and we're rewriting it. We're behaving in new ways in every way. Socioeconomic systems in every way, and multidimensional parenting in every way. And we begin now. Everything is being changed. Every aspect of our society is rippling change. It just is. And it must. And this is what we say, be okay with the change. Be okay with things unraveling. Be okay with the allowance of the soul stories to be what they are, for they're required and necessary. For I've understood that in many of the things that I've seen, and sometimes they've been quite challenging and experienced, but it's allowed me that strength and that inner inertia, if you will, to create that light. And that's what ascension and awakening does. And that's what moving into the vast part of the cosmos, into duality, has allowed us. It allows us that inertia that when we do awaken, that quantum equation, and it's all quantum, dear lighted ones. If you could see it in the quantum way and allow yourself to play with what this means, is when you're allowing yourself to create that magnetic equation. When you allow yourself to truly awaken in your Christed light, you propel yourself in an inertia way. It's a movement. It's a catalytic movement. And so oftentimes the most challenging or the most profound obstacles that we transcend allow us that footing, that Christed footing, so that we are the healers that we are the illuminators that we are, that we can stand in our light, and we can allow the Christed presence to release all other energies that are no longer within that Christed version of your true soul song. And you can allow those healings to be the healings and to be the lessons, and allow yourself to state with great profundity and with great clarity of self-knowing, with great self-assurance and faith and trust. I know what I'm doing. I'm a Christed light being. And I will walk with gentle step upon this planet, but I will dance. For I am that I am, and I am awakening in this light. And I will magnetize those that will assist me in this networking. I will magnetize those frequencies and the abundance and the prosperity, so that I may return it back to creation. For I am a Christed server. I speak Christed wisdom. I illuminate Christ vibration, and it is my passion and my excitement to assist. And in those self-declarational moments, you create that quantum catalyst that truly changes the dynamic of the reality through which you're living, you're creating for yourself. And so to each and every one of us, create that self-knowledge and that courage, that in this moment of now, and your shoulders go back, and your heart comes forward, for your heart's dear lighted ones, make no mistake about it. And the chakra systems of all that you are is your power center. It's your divine essence of power, of light. And your heart will always guide you. The higher mind lives through the heart. The higher mind lives through understanding your purpose and your inspirations and your excitement and your creativities and your tools and your gifts and your skills and all those things that are the soul threads that you will be attuned to and will be gifted to you and assist you in your path. And you can know this and have trust and faith and just let go of the worry of when things should work out or how they should work out or what you're to do next or if you're doing it right and all that kind of stuff, because that's all ego. But when you open your heart and your shoulders go back and your heart is filled with God breath, and you allow the colors of creation and your soft and loving intent to be with Mother, Father, God, and your oneness with Gaia, where it's such a beautiful marriage in unity and co-creation. And you allow all that you are to stand boldly on your beautiful altar of peace, and your altar of harmony and joy and abundance and prosperity and compassion and joy and vitality and wellness and centeredness. In all that you are as a divine particle of God, in your creatorhood, in your divinehood. And you feel the essence of all that you are welling from within you in a spiral-like fashion. And the golden particles begin to oscillate and speak to one another, through your higher self commanding it to come forward and create through your Christed essence. For I am that I am, and I am ready to co-create like I have never co-created before. Even if that co-creation is to be still and peaceful within the essence of God. A silent moment here and there. So that I may inspire a new way of behaving in this human body. So that I may aspire to speak Christed words of love. So that I may inspire community, an altruistic movement of joy and oneness. So that I may create in all the colors and all the ways and all the elements that I am able. And in this divine Christed moment of clarity and self-knowing, I am that I am God essence, and that is divinely perfect. I am new, I am perfect. I am Christed, I am whole. I am that I am. And in these self-proclamations, and in these moments of divine clear knowing, clear scenting, in every way, and it's a feeling within the solar plexus. And it rises up through the belly, and you feel that entanglement with Mother, Father, God at your divine sacred heart. And it lifts through you. It's like a lifting. And it's like an ushering, like we've talked about. It's the ushering, and how the planets and the omnipresence and the God and the vibrations of love and light and the archangelics and the councils stand before you. And it's a lifting up and an ushering. That's who you've always been. Your omnipresence is light, dear lighted ones. Your omnipresence is gold and silver entwined. And in the beauty of its entanglement, in the beauty of its adoration of itself, the pink Christed light fills throughout the entire omnipresence. And ripples of light heal the hearts of so many. For each and every time that you move forward in your own unique, authentic soul song, and you walk forward with a soft and gentle, compassionate heart, you pave and open the way for others. Through your example, through your vibration, may your light be known. Through your perseverance, through the residue of karmic energies and stories, constantly bringing that child in to be loved, never to be set aside or alone. For they are all the voices of us, in other lifetimes left unsaid, not cuddled, not held, for the importance of all that we are. And every aspect of life be honored, and every aspect of experience to be honored as the Christ experience that it is. The God experience, that God particle, available, entwined, threaded, pulsating in all moments, in all beings, in all life. And why we can celebrate this divine human ride, dear lighted ones. For we have waited eons to be at this place of awakening. To be at this beautiful momentous, in this ushering in, this lifting up of spirit within the bellies of us all. And here we are now. You are here. in your God essence. You are God in human form, and may you create as the God that you are. So delicately and beautifully in all your colors, in all your grace. So you've earned this. You have earned this, dear lighted ones. Arise. You have earned this. So love freely, without restriction, without condition. Love, dear lighted ones, remember your hearts, for it was gifted you in blessing, in adoration, for you to also gift and bless forward. And the stories that you will tell, each and every one of you. And they're showing me an ancient, beautiful book that's just come off from an Akashic library, a beautiful shelf, if you will, being presented, and the pages are blank, and the sides of the pages are gold, just dripping with that beautiful divine dew of resonance, of perfection. What stories will you write? Dear lighted ones, when you go forward with the empowerment and the inspiration to create new human behaviors and rewrite. Rewrite your words before they are spoken. Rewrite your path before you step. Rewrite your thoughts before you release them. In the perfection of all that you are so very grand. You are worthy of this. Rewrite what the words mean to you. Give it new meaning. Give it new zest. Give it new elements of color and flavor and texture. This is why we are here, to remember the passion of being co-creators of God. To create books with words that have new meaning. To gather as families in new ways. To create paintings that tell stories of new vibrational beginnings. That take you on a journey through forests. That take you on a journey of the hearts, of all that it touches. For we are threaded within this omnipresence, make no mistake about it, we are one. And your excitement threads through the excitement of the all. Your childlike wonder threads through the light fields of the all. The moment that you open your heart, even if it may feel awkward at first, is so raw and ready to be loved. So that you may too show others it's okay to love and be loved. For you are so very lovable, dear lighted one. Have yourself be seen and known and felt in all ways. This is how we create new human paradigms. Stepping from one reality experience, dimensional. Remember, we talked about dimensions as being information and vibration. In many of the client appointments and many of the personal sessions that I've been co-creating with my clients, we often see the light field that one desires to be on, and creating that life of healing and that life of beautiful sacred play is like stepping from one room to another, stepping from one corridor to another, stepping from one beautiful field of play to another field of play. And that's truly how it is. And it creates that moment of choice, that free will moment of pure intent to be your godliness, that your entire reality shifts and changes. And that's the profundity of these moments we sit within right now that we're being ushered into and arisen. Every time you make that choice to behave in a new way, every time, to turn off the electronics, to turn off those aspects and those things that have allowed us to feel disengaged with all life, not only the children and the family, but all life. For when we're so entrenched within the distractions, we cannot hear the song of God within us, and we do not act within those new human behaviors. And this is what our entire human children collective, the crystalline children collective, is moving through. For there They're calling out to us with their clarion call. Engage with us in new ways. Allow us to create in new ways. For the clarion call is here, dear lighted ones, otherwise we would not be picking up on the vibration. Just as Mother Father God answered the clarion call in your years of counting, so that we may be speaking in this way, in this now speaking. Do you see what we're saying here, dear lighted ones? For the children of the future are you, coming forward to tell you that your heart's desire to dance in new ways, and oftentimes it's the fear that holds us back, because there's many around you that might not understand, but we're telling you, and we're seeing this right now, that many of them want to dance the way that you dance too. They want to get up and dance with you. And it just takes that one person to say, would you like to dance? For I've sat out so many times, but I'm a little bored now. Been there, done that. I want to get and dance. You want to get jiggy with me? I really, really do want to dance. I want to light up this field. I want to create something new. And I can feel your heart smiling from within. Does it not want to smile with me? And they can choose to say no, and they can choose to be in their space. They can choose to be in their space of awakening and have that be okay. Have that be lovely. Have that be okay. But allow yourself to at least own and claim the voice within you that is ushering you into new behaviors, that is ushering you into new light fields of play. For it's your right for your soul to be nourished. It's your right for your soul to dance and sing in new ways. It's your Christed birthright to entangle with your soul brethren. It's your Christed birthright to come here and create what you're so excited to create. And allow the heart of God, and call in the angelics and call in your celestial healing team to come in and heal those cellular vibrations that keep you holding back in fear and in those self-doubt moments. For I felt them, absolutely. That's why I'm here to speak in this way. I feel those moments in which the things that I've said in speaking the light language that I did last week, and in coming to a beautiful moment of soul exaltation, to be within my now moment and not look at any of my notes, but just to be in the moment of love and just be with you in this moment and be okay with it and trust wholeheartedly. I'm guided word by word and thought by thought. For I'm a Christed being of light, just as you are. And our hearts have come to entangle and dance so that we reverberate as a family, dear lighted one. And our birthright to co-create in this way. For so many of you are shamans. So many of you are Gaia speakers. So many of you are wildlife speakers, and your wisdom will come through the vibrations that will be activated in your sacred play and your excitement to behave in new ways. For the excitement and the quantum movement cannot take place if you're always doing what you've always done. And we've said that many times. Metatron coming in, thank you. For you are the catalyst in new ways, and there are energies that are undescribable in the words that we have. And they're awaiting for your intention and your call from a loving heart to put into place a new magnetic frequency that allows things to appear out of synchronicity and joy. For there's no way to really know, because humans like to put into concepts and ideas of numbers. They like to see things in groupings of numbers and how big something is, or how many are really communicating with me, or how many opportunities might I see. There's no way to know. And we say this to you, dear lighted ones, for you are all beautiful, delicate birds of God, ready to fly and soar. And as your wings spread with your loving intent, the quantum ripples gather and magnetize, and in any given moment, changes. And that's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of you. For in those quantum ignitions, and those quantum moments in which your wings are ready to take flight, Your heart is open and your heart is pure. And those quantum moments in which you trust unwaveringly. And you feel the God wind take your breath away, and up you go. And you soar into landscapes and hues and vast moments of beingness, so still and so silent. And that moment of new beginning, that moment of new story, that first letter of that first word, that first note of that first song, and that first moment that you place that foot upon Gaia in new ways, with loving intention to be your Christ itself, and to open and ask others to join along. All things change. Quantumly, magnetically, electromagnetically. For you are the vibration of love. If you so desire to be as big and as grand and as wide and as vast and as profound and as colorful and as musical, as delicate and as soft as you desire to be. You are all things, and we are here to remind you that the heavens exist within you, dear lighted ones. Are you ready to create and dance as the heavenly angel that you are in human form? Are you ready to offer peace and love to a neighbor? Are you ready to hug your children so tight and just let them know they're so very perfect and divine and there's God within them? The most exciting journey that they will ever have is exploring the God within. Are you ready to step forward in new ways, dear lighted ones? Thank you. Dear lighted ones. And I always feel such profound and soft, very, Metatron's energy is very, I've always connected with him and the collective of Metatron with a very powerful, sure, very clear knowing energy. I mean, it's his energy, the collective of Metatron, it's a collective, and his energy is very, it's just very knowing. You're in a state of pure knowingness, connecting with his energy. And it's just very lovely. So my deepest gratitude and reverence for the myriad of celestial, higher dimensional beings that we are all an aspect of. The Christ Collective, the Ascended Masters, thank you, Ascended Masters, and the children, again, the children from Sirius, thank you, children, and the Pleiades, thank you. And the many of the hybrid children, thank you. I'm very excited to see and to be a part of all that we do in our own excitement. And when we follow that beautiful, authentic, sacred voice within, we're following our excitement. We're following the beautiful soul song that we chose to design with Mother, Father, God when we got here. And why we just feel so natural and so innate to do these new things and to create and to begin, just begin. And that's the only way that we can really quantum reality, shift from one quantum reality to another, is by the beginning of it. The stating of that pure, soft, and loving creative intent, know that you're with Mother, Father, God, surrendering into it and just begin. And it really can be that simple. When you surrender into your allness, when you surrender into your God consciousness, when you surrender into the omnipresence of all that you are, knowing that you are all things, that you will explore and discover, the beautiful new challenge, the beautiful new obstacle, the beautiful new healing, all of those aspects are you. Your experience with God in new ways. You're moving in and out with that ebb and that flow. The omnipresence that you're beginning to speak with Gaia, the beginning presence that you're beginning to speak with the rocks and the sands and the soils, and to know how they can help you and assist. To know also how you can assist and help them as well. As we're assisting with these new light field creations and these new human behaviors that we co-create within the beautiful divine essence of all that we are as Divine Mother, Father, God, setting the foundations and the energetic platforms in our own unique homes, in our own unique divine sacred sanctuaries, the temples of our homes, and allowing the children to explore and to play in new ways, and let go of the obligations that distract us, let go of those timings and all of those appointments and all of the stuff. I mean, I'm a mother, I know. I get it. And it's probably one of the hardest transitions that we're shifting from. And it's a constant evolution, like I said last week. Shifting out of more and more and more of being in that state of presence and just being, and not letting go of the doing. The doing will naturally come from your being. It just will. You'll be inspired to paint from your state of presence, and you're being it. Your desire to create music will come, that doing part will come from your state of being. When you're being still with God, you'll be inspired in every way. Make no mistake about that. You will have the prosperity, make no mistake about that. You will be aligned with your divine destined soul plan and your path in every single moment, because it won't allow itself to be seen to you unless you're in the moment, unless you're in the presence of it. Does that make sense, dear lighted ones? We're going to continue to thread our way from here on out in a quantum way, so that you begin to get comfortable with your omnipresence and how fluid and liquid you are, how malleable and Christed you are, and how it allows you the empowerment and the inspiration and the excitement. I'm feeling a lot of excitement right now to just create and rewrite your reality. Rewrite it. Take out the garbage in a new way. Create your food in a new way. Dance as soon as you get up and say, today's going to be an amazing day. I'm going to do things in a whole new way today. I'm going to reach out and tell someone they're just beautiful. In these moments, every moment like this, and create family communion and sacred sharing and beautiful things that we do in new ways. Just begin, because your heart is so worthy. You've worked so very hard for this beautiful self-exaltation and claiming it for your birthright, because it's going to feel so good when you do. That's why you're here. And we are still in the process of planning our September event, and it will be here in Calgary, and families and children will be offered, because my children come with me everywhere I go. Most often than not, when if I'm creating an event, then they're with me. So there will be things that we'll explore and that we'll create for the kids, have some excitement. And we're going to have probably a three session event, a Friday evening, a Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday will probably be at a very special location, and all will be, welcome. So stay tuned for those experiences and offerings on our events page of our new website, as well as Universal Unity. And we've got beautiful resources that are available. I've been co-creating for so very long, and I've got a beautiful small beautiful team of beautiful co-creators that are helping me create resources and affirmations and alignments and meditations and MP3s and videos, as well as little helpful hint cards, because for me, I'm a visual learner. So I create little affirmations and little notes all around my house, or cards that I can look at, and it reminds me of the vibration. And so I've created these experiences that have helped me in my alignment and releasing fear and releasing limitation and self-doubt. So all of these resources are on our website. So find yourself there. And Petra's doing a beautiful job at really flowing things so that you can find things. And there's a way that you can create your own account and have them stay in your account so you can look back on them. And we've got a lot for free. I try and put as much as I can for free, so that as many people from all over the globe can log in and create that beautiful sense of Christ itself and just begin exploring and playing. And that's truly how we create these new realities. And really, they're just wanting to sign off with one last comment. There's excitement about excitement. And they're just saying that follow the excitement, follow the joy and the threads of the crystalline excitement, because that's truly, and we can't put this in any other words, and being as colorful as we can. This is truly how you create your reality as it comes to you, as it shows itself to you, is you create it through the excitement of your behaving in it. You're behaving in those moments where you're sacred with your children, just talking on the floor and looking them eye to eye and having that intimate eye contact and soothing and allowing them to come forward in their soft and unique and delicate ways, and having them come forward in their creative ways that's new and different, and allowing them to explore their world and dream conversation, all of these things that are new, and creating that beautiful, safe, loving, sacred temple through which these new human behaviors and new human socioeconomic experiences will be had. They truly, truly will. But it takes each and every one of us of letting go of the fear, letting go of the lack of self-doubt, and all those things that have tripped us up, if you will, through other experiences that are all very well in learning, and we learn through them. But there's many of us now that are truly ready to begin something new and really begin creating sacred communion and creating those self-healing moments, healing with Gaia, healing through essentials and floral healing and medicinal healing with Gaia, and all of those things that are readily available to us and we can tap into and activate. And the children can go forth and experience and explore in their own creative ways, and we let go of the limitations and restrictions that keep us on the treadmill. And so truly follow the excitement. Behaving in the excitement is how we create that new reality. And it will show itself to you in every way. It just does. Showing itself to you in magical synchronicity, showing itself to you in gifts, showing itself to you in abundance and prosperity, or a new friend, or a new beautiful sacred soul tribe that connects with you through a beautiful event. So you just never know. The divine orchestration is beyond what we can imagine. This is the omnipresence of God that each and every one of our cells within us, the chemicals, the biochemical constituents within us, are beginning to activate and get excited about. And so we're just relaying it in the ways that we can have the words to explain to you, so that you can also feel these etheric excitements are real. It's how you create. It's God creating with you. And it's an abundant field of love and benevolence. So have fun, dance, create. Thank you, dear lighted ones. This is Joanna, very excited. And these beautiful alignments that we have with us this weekend through Monday, as always, gifted from the benevolent source creator to allow us to remember and awaken to the Christ within and the love within and our connection with all beings, with all life. And we're just so blessed and so excited to be human in this divinely heavenly experience. So thank you. This is Joanna signing out for another week. My heart and my love to you always. Namaste, dear sacred soul family. Namaste. Thank you, dear lighted ones, for entangling with us in this beautiful and divine sacred soul tribe co-creation. For more information on our divine offerings, self-healing sessions, events, books, and monthly sacred temple teachings, a universal unity offering, may we forever dance in the beautiful light of all that we are as Christed beings of divine, loving light. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you, dear family.